Good evening. I hope everybody's doing well. Let's come together in peace and love. I'm doing an update on Lily and Jack. Now, Lily and Jack have been missing as of April 2026. Obviously, Lily's 7 and Jack is only 5. And they've been missing their home in Lansdowne, Nova Scotia from the 2nd of May 2025. Now, but despite the RCMP searches, which cost thousands, it's £150,000. It was, it cost a lot of money anyway, and it's like thousands of tips and £150,000 reward has been set out. The case remains unsolved. Now, let's go back. Now, on that day they went missing, the day before, on the 1st, they were seen with, I think it was her mum. Now, on that day, according to Daniel's mother, that she's seen Malia on the driveway and then started acting funny and then said, "Oh, Lily and Jack are missing, Lily and Jack are missing. I think they've run into the woods." And obviously Daniel said that he'd ran into the woods to search for them. But she done one interview on the camera with the news crew, and her mother had taken it away. Now, they've had obviously advice from the lawyers not to speak to anybody at all. And if that's the case, then because she's just disappeared. I don't know if she's still got the youngest, because obviously there's 3 children. Now, I, as a mum of 7 and a grandma, I took 2 beautiful boys. I don't think they're here. I really don't. I don't think they're here because obviously Daniel's a stepdad, but the biological dad's mum went to help Maria in the search, and she said the house was in disarray and there was like holes in the floor, and there was also things all over the place, which wasn't like Maria because she's usually so clean and tidy. Now, where their trailer is in the outbacks in Nova Scotia, so there's nothing around at all. But so it's obviously it's like when you see, or if you've watched videos of the deception detective, and I've obviously watched other videos as well, and you see the way the woodlands are. There's no way, it's hard enough for an adult to get through it, never mind a small child. And there's no way they could get that far. I mean, it's either somebody's taking them or Maria's maybe, because there's been, obviously, I think she's come out as English block because obviously she blocked Daniel. But it's like, it's a very, very suspicious case. Also, the RCMP is treating the case as just a suspicious disappearance. Well, initially stating that was no reasonable grounds for a criminal offence, the investigation is intense and active, with investigators having reviewed thousands of hours of video and conducting multiple polygraphs. Obviously, they had, or what the thing was, because Daniel at first said that wasn't obviously a blanket, it belonged to Lily, and then said it was. It was a blanket belonged to the Lily. It was discovered in two pieces, one near the driveway and another in a tree over like a kilometre away. Now, Daniel has appeared, and like, the stepfather has appeared in court in unrelated charges of assault and forcible confinement within his proceedings. It's outingly affected by the new last minute RCMP evidence disclosures. Obviously, there's quite I'm reading out because that's on this is on the website. Because obviously there's a lot to get into it, and if that's a court case, you don't want to say too much. So yeah, but it's not related to the children. It is not. We don't know what's happened to these children, and if you have heard anything, you've seen anything, please contact the Nova Scotia Police. It is very important that somebody finds these kids or somewhere. It's like, it's been a long time. It is nearly a year that these children have not been seen or heard of, and that's worrying. And you would know that, you'll know that as a parent or a grandparent, auntie, uncle. I mean, it's a shame because two small children never had much in their life. Because obviously me and Leah got full custody of Jack and Lily because the dad didn't. I mean, he was obviously in trouble, but he's doing a lot better according to his mum. But it's his mum that's the one that's out fighting for these two children, not Malia, not really Daniel. Daniel's only doing things to show face, and not obviously biological dad either. It's only the biological grandma. They obviously their dad. Obviously their dad. It's like the family continued to appeal for information with dedicated social media efforts. Found Lily and Jack Sullivan seeking to keep the public updated. There has been initial intensive searches, including drones, cadaver dogs, and hundreds of volunteers yielded and no trace of the children. And as I said, if you've got any information, contact the Nova Scotia Police in Canada. Now, as I said, as a parent, it's like you want to do anything to find these beautiful, beautiful wee children. It's like, what happened to them? It's like, did they digest something? Because the conflicting stories is, she sort of heard them opening the sliding door. Well, if your children, you're laying in bed and your young children are going and are outside, get up rather than staying in your bed. And then he's conflicting, saying he didn't go to bed at a certain time of night. It, but then her friends have come out and said things that kind of make it a wee bit worse on Malia as well. I mean, if she's innocent in all this and he's innocent, then, but there's something that doesn't sit right. But it's like the friends gave an interview with a reporter, and if you want to see that interview, go to Deception Detective and you'll be able to see that interview and you can make your own mind up from that. I think obviously one of the parents are the step-grandma has done something to, or the step-granddad has done something to the children. That's my opinion. But because like these children, like children just don't at that age just don't disappear. I mean they can, but the fact is there was ring door cameras, and they can capture quite a lot. And then you had somebody that likes capturing wildlife, so there had to be cameras on the trees. So also they've got a lot of footage, and then there's road. But I remember watching a video that the searchers found stuff that belonged to Lily, Jack, or named Lily and Jack, and it had like um the mum and the stepdad's stuff and names in it, which is is obviously it was that thing they didn't disregard it, it's taking it straight to the police to put it in for evidence. Um so obviously stuff has been thrown because things obviously if you're putting them down the river they're gonna flow because it's like, it's like it's just gonna rivers just flow, everything just goes down that river or a stream. And I mean, to me, as I said, my thoughts on this, and as a parent, a grandparent, I don't think they're there. I really don't. I think there's been an accident, and rather than seeing there's been an accident, and maybe they've been scared in case they get the youngest daughter taken off them, they've had the fact that it's happened. Because according to people around Lily and Jack, I mean, obviously some had bruises. I mean, but kids, they can argue, they can fight, they fall. So you kind of disregard to them. That might not end to do with the parents hitting them, but as in, so you can disregard because like my kids fell all the time, and we're very clumsy even as adults. So and it's like my grandson falls. It's like children they run first before thinking, and then bump their heads, fall, and it bruises, and because kids climb up and things, fall for things all the time. We've done it as children ourselves. So obviously you can't take that into the equation of this. But they didn't look healthy according to school, or whatever they call them, um, whatever they were in. So it's like, but there's other sources that saying they've went to a kind of native place and they're being like kind of protected and nothing can touch them for there. So and then there's other things saying that Malia and the kids went to New York. So I don't know. Um, it's like everything you hear take for unless it comes from the RCMP themselves. Take everything with a pinch of salt with people at post on Facebook, post on social media, like any social media sites about the children. I've also reading out what's coming from themselves, the RCMP, because I don't want to be given any more information unless it's from them. Because if that was my children, I wouldn't want anybody I mean, we can all speculate, we all do. I mean, in my opinion, it's like it's been that long. I I can't see them being here. I think maybe there's an accident, but I can't prove that. The only people that have to prove that is the police, and hopefully this is solved soon enough that and they're either found alive or their bodies are found. Is either or, and it's like obviously they're definitely not in the they're not obviously anyway because the dogs would have scented that right away. Cadaver dogs searching all over that place. Well, obviously they're a bit of the property, but I can't remember because obviously the step-grandeur stays in another trailer further down a bit. So it's like, could they have been there? Because I don't know if the police I mean, they would have been there, but I don't think they went into searching there compared to they would have done, obviously, Millie and Daniel's property. Because obviously Millie and Daniel's property is like just behind their trailer. Daniel's mum's trailer is behind that. So it's like there's so much information that's obviously the RCMP are not giving you too much. That like, this is only clip bits of what they're giving you because obviously I think they know more than what they're saying, and obviously if they're building up a case against whoever, then they don't want anybody kind of thinking. I mean, as I said, we all speculate and we all go right, and you can go point the finger at this person, that person, this person, but we don't know. And as I say, we have our opinions. As I said, I have mine, and I've gave mine. What's your thoughts or opinions on this case, or if you know about this case? It is not that because it's coming up for now a year. It is concerning the small children, and it's like, where are you, Lily and Jack? And if they are alive, I hope they're well. I really do. And if not, they're sweet little angels now. And right behind me, this big Andy doll was made for me. I'm going to get like the Andy, and I mean, it's like everybody. I've got ones that's original, but I got somebody to make this one. I did not expect it to be as big. I'm telling you, this is the size of my 2-year-old toddler. I thought it was going to be smaller, but I love anybody it can make things from what dolls. It doesn't matter furniture. It's like, and they do it from scratch because it's very artistic, and I think it's awesome. And I like. I always tell my kids, don't buy my card, make one, because it means more than spending money for a company. And it's like, you could just make your own. It means so much more to me, than just been given one for the pound shop or maybe the Dollar Tree, whatever. Because obviously everybody in the world calls things, because we call them charity shops, you call them, in America they call them thrift shops. I don't know what you call your charity shops in maybe Canada, Australia, wherever else you're in the world. And as I always say, let's come together as nations around the world in peace and love. Because we are what they're doing is it's like this one. It's like an all these argument with politicians and thinking that it's like a game of chess, and guess who's the pawns in there? Us. And it's been nice, and you're going to have, and what they're doing is they're try to split us up and putting things where obviously you've got your mainstream media and things like that. We're getting us arguing with each other rather than actually speaking to each other as individuals and coming together and talking in peace and love. But it will happen. I believe in it. I mean, I believe in it. I've always believed there's going to be a world of peace and love. It's not that giving a smile to somebody every day. I mean, complimenting people. I mean, I like doing that. I mean, there's my son dresses in suits and has nice jackets on, and it's also what the jacket he's got on is handmade again, handmade. and he got compliments and they said thank you. And that brightened up his day. And I think it's awesome when I don't know, I just like saying hello to people, asking how they are. And it takes that wee moment, a wee bit of thing to for somebody, because they could be feeling down, anything. So you don't know how each individual is, and it just takes that one word, that smile, that one wave to brighten that person's day up. And that's the way it should be. And it's like rather than going, oh, I'm not going to help somebody if they're down in their backside. Let's raise people up rather than bringing people down. We on the side of each other. Always remember that. Yous are beautiful, yous are loved, and yous are wanted. Not just by me, but a lot of people. And we can agree to disagree. We have our opinions. And if you don't like my opinion, I'd accept it. And I would accept it's the same, and it's like vice versa. But I'm going on a wee rant. But I'm just like, I just, I love this beautiful world we stay in. And I'm very spiritual. And the way I see it is, it's like it's religions, elites are the problem. No us. I mean, it's like, because the way it is, they want us arguing and fighting and all the rest of it. Rather than going, wait a minute, they're wanting us arguing and fighting and doing their dirty work because they're being used by, because people are going to believe what the narrative of what things are being said rather than going, right, wait a minute. Never listen to a mainstream media and never listen to a politician or literally listen to what's inside your heart and listen to another individual that's away from political things. Because, and especially when it comes to saving our planet, and it's really to save our planet for them. No, sorry, these things else. But anyway, back to Lily and Jack. With Lily and Jack, if you know anything, as I said, please contact me at the RCMP. Do not phone them just for the sake of phoning them. It's only phone if you have got relevant information. Is because it's like if you have seen them or you've seen mum with them, please contact the police in whatever area you're in. Say they're in America, if you're in America. I mean, if I seen them here in the UK, I would contact the police and go, look, these are missing children from, and obviously, and I would do well. I see them in my eyes view, because you don't want them disappearing too much. So let's end love and light, because I'm going to leave it here, and be kind to each other, okay? Mama loves you all. Good night, love and light.